Hello, my name is Stephanie Alcantara. This is my 3.2 Know Your Program video submission. The first question that we have here is what brought you to your initial decision to go into your degree program? So when I was a kid, I used to watch this show called Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and it was a show about the Star Wars franchise, and it was the time during the Clone Wars and how they would fight and how the war went and how it came to be through the first trilogy storyline. Um, when I watched that show, I was so mesmerized about how it looked at the time, which is why I watched it so repeatedly. And I was just so into the 3D aspect of it and how it looked like a painting in a way, and like how they would make them move and stuff. It just made me like so surprised because nothing like that even looked the same back in the day, back in 2008. So, yeah, I would always go to Lucasfilm's website to watch all the videos about how they would make each episode. And I learned what animation was during that process. And at first glance, I was like, yeah, that's what I wanted to be when I grew up. That's what I want to do for the rest of my life. Um, who is my program director? It's Pete Banstra. Pete Banstra. Um, what type of software and program languages I will use in my degree? Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, um, algorithmic substance designer and algorithmic painter, Autodesk Maya, and a lot more. um, for my research, what degree skills do I think I would like to focus on and why? I would like to focus a lot more on character modeling and 3D animation. Uh, Character modeling because I always wanted to try and sculpt my original characters into an animation software and sculpt them in a way, kind of like clay. Um, and I'm really looking forward to character modeling because I get to practice actually learning the codes and like the the artwork in the software instead of, drawing it on paper or on a tablet. It's going to be a lot more different, and I'm really excited for that. And as for 3D animation, I know nothing about 3D animation, and that is my degree program. So I would love to learn more about 3D animation in a way, since the show that inspired me to become an animator is 3D animated. So I would like to learn more about it and know how hard it is. um, what do you think would be the hardest class that I will run into? So, math isn't really my strong point at all. So, college math is just going to be a train wreck. Since I have dyslexia, I've never been really great at algebra or any sort of memorizing formulas. So that's probably going to be a tricky class. What do you think would be the hardest class? Oh no, I already read that. What do you think will be the most easiest class? The most easiest class I think will be shading and lighting. I'm self-taught in that topic. So when I was a teenager, I used to draw where the light came from. I watched YouTube videos of it, and it made sense. It made a lot of sense. So I kind of know the basics of it, so it's gonna be an easy class for me. How would you go about succeeding in those hard classes? What can you do to help prepare for them? So what I can do to prepare for my hard classes, such as math, is going to be I can sign up for tutoring sessions online to help me prepare for tests and exams. I can also study the material every day, get it in my mind, get it engraved in there. And lastly, I would try to get Full Sail students to study with me, to have like a little study group, which can also help out a lot. Lastly, how would you break down your time to make sure you succeed in your classes? So having a plan every month can really help with not falling behind on school and work. That's why I have a digital planner on my phone that can show me all the things that I need to do in the week or in the month. Leaving things at last minute isn't an option for me because I am always working, always having something to do. So I need to section out my workloads by day and week just so I don't have to race with time and be less stressed out during the time of turn-in.